looking at this situation, I'm like, but what is this obsession about American pronunciation, American accent, and all that, you know? And let me first read this email for you as I was applying for a job. So here is an email from one of the coordinators of an international school I was applying for in Taiwan. Hi Judy, thank you so much for these links. You seem to be a very positive and fun person with a great energy. I think Taiwan is lucky to have you teaching here. Unfortunately, as an international school, we have a strong requirement for an American accent. All our South African, British, and Australian teachers need to adapt to this accent. I am Judicious Masugu, but you can call me Judy, and welcome to Navigating the Streets of Life with Judy. Today's video is for the recruiters, agencies, principals of the schools that are looking to hire English teachers from all over the world, and particularly for schools in countries where they are looking to improve their English. I know many countries are running with the Vision 2030 now. Now, for an example, Taiwan, Uzbekistan, and I guess Saudi Arabia as well. They are running with this vision of 2030 to make their countries, Kazakhstan as well, to make their countries a bilingual country by 2030. So now their aim is to make their countries bilingual by the year 2030. And just to give you a little background, I am a qualified and licensed teacher. My major is English and life orientation, meaning that I majored with English. So I did English as a home language at university. I also did modules such as language and communication in society and functional grammar. I did functional grammar as well. So I come with a lot of knowledge when it comes to how language works, how we learn language, how do we derive meaning, how do we construct sentences, and how do we form interpretation. So now I have been actively looking for teaching jobs abroad, you guys, and I have noticed a common obsession from the recruiters, agencies, and the principals from those schools. There seemed to be an obsession of American accent. You need to have an American accent. You need to pronounce words from the way Americans do, you know. And I am looking at this situation. I'm like, but what is this obsession about American pronunciation, American accent, and all that, you know? And let me first read this email for you as I was applying for a job. So here is an email from one of the coordinators of an international school I was applying for in Taiwan. Hi Judy, thank you so much for these links. You seem to be a very positive and fun person with a great energy. I think Taiwan is lucky to have you teaching here. Unfortunately, as an international school, we have a strong requirement for an American accent. All our South African, British, and Australian teachers need to adapt to this accent as much as possible. It isn't always easy, but it is an important baseline for us. We know that people will always still keep their original accents to a large degree, but I am but being aligned with certain consonant sounds and the application of the SCHWA sounds, etc., are very important. Please do keep in touch if the accent something that you okay, sorry about that. Please do keep in touch. If the accent is something that you feel you can adapt to, I would love to have this conversation again in the future. By the way, I will be subscribing to your YouTube channel. Regards, this person. So this is a response I got from my application that I have a strong African accent that I know for sure. And am I willing to change it? I don't think so. Though it is costing me a lot of opportunities, but it's okay. I can always teach somewhere else. I am a great teacher, that I know for sure. I am confident in myself and in how I can influence and impact good things to my students, So that is not something that is bothering me. I think I love my African accent. But what I wanted to say to the recruiters is that I, first of all, every leader, every school leader, they are entitled to their own standards, and they can set whatever standards that they see that it's gonna take them to the vision that they want. However, as a global citizen and someone who is exposed to different parts of the world. For an example, my mom's family. My mom was born in Mozambique, but then they moved to South Africa. So majority of her family is in Mozambique. I visit Mozambique, and yeah, we are in touch with the people of Mozambique. And then my dad was born in Swaziland. However, they moved because my grandparents, I think they were originally from here, but during apartheid they moved to Swaziland, and then that's where my dad was born and raised his early years. I think up until grade 7, he was in Swaziland. So I am exposed to different parts of the world, and I can say I've traveled a little bit, so I have engaged with different people from different parts of the world, and for me, I see beauty in different accents. I feel like we need to expose our students to these different accents. Allow them to be taught by different people from different walks of life, as long as they've got a legitimate teaching qualification, they've got their skills, they've got their expertise, they come with experience. I see no reason for discriminating teachers just for accent. For an example, the America that you are obsessed about has got a show. It's called The Daily Show. If you know, the presenter for The Daily Show for the past 7 years, it was Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is originally from South Africa. That guy is gifted in impersonifying different accents. Obviously, here in South Africa, we have 11, 12 official languages, and we speak English differently because obviously our pronunciation, our accents, intonation, nuances of the language, and the sentiments, the semantics, sorry, is largely influenced by our native language or our home language. So Trevor Noah, I find him interesting for being able to impersonify different people from different parts of the world. For me, that is a complete, that is a symbol and a complete picture of the richness in this English language, because now English is a global language. People from different parts of the world, they speak the language. So I feel like we should not rob our students of that opportunity to be able to engage with people with different accent, different pronunciation, as long as the language is correct. And there are many benefits from that, from exposing our students to that. I feel like their listening skill and comprehension, it also improves. Just to give a personal story, I am from a rural Mpumalanga, like deep in the rural areas of Mpumalanga, and I went to the public schools. Those who understand the schooling system and the context of South Africa, they know that if you are in the deep rural areas and you are attending public school, you are high likely to be taught by teachers of your own native language. For an example, we're taught English in Siswati. My native language is Siswati. So I was taught English in Siswati, and all the other subject I was taught in Siswati, though the medium of instruction was English, the medium of teaching and learning was English for all the subject. But because the majority of people speaks the language, is easier to explain, and for the students to understand whatever concept if they are taught in their own language. So I remember first year of university, I struggled, you guys. Like, if you can look at my transcript, I am not an average learner, but during my first years, I think all my modules I got D. Why? Because I got a huge culture shock. I was exposed to different accents. I could not understand a thing from those people. It took me 6 months to adjust to listening and comprehending information from people who speaks English in a different accent. So I am realizing that should my school adopted this diversity, like employing teachers from all different provinces, different parts of the world. I remember in grade 12 we had an Indian teacher who was teaching us maths. We struggled understanding her, and she was the only one with a different accent, so we had attitude. Why? Because she was the only one. But if it was a norm that we have different teachers from different walks of life and different accents and different pronunciation, I guess it was really going to help in us adjusting to the standards of the world. Because when you grow up, you go and work with people from all over the world, you know. It's not like you are going to meet only American people. You are going to meet British people who don't pronounce the last sound and who cut the T's and they make other letters silent, and you are used to these accent that breaks the word, the sounds, and it really makes it difficult for people who were not exposed to different accents to understand and comprehend information from people who are not from their familiar places. And also, yeah, I've written some notes here. Also, it improves cultural sensitiveness, because a language pronunciation accent is attached to your culture, your native language, and your native language comes with a culture, ways of doing things and all that. So if our students are exposed to people from all walks of, like my students now, they are those that I left in Taiwan, they know about South Africa, our different cultures, the way we pronounce words, and our food and all that. I feel like I had a program where I was teaching like simple South African cuisine. So twice every month, like I'd say fortnightly, I will cook with the parents, teachers, and kids. So they will sign up for the class Saturday, and then I will cook with them like chakalaka, and we would do things, man, that exposes them to the South African context. And it was fun. The kids were intrigued. They were curious, asking questions. Some of them even suggesting to their parents that they should take a vacation to South Africa. You know, so I feel like we are robbing our kids of that experience and exposure. There's a lot that I can talk uh, about when it comes to this topic, but I feel like now I just needed to say it, because I just remembered about this email, and yeah, but I was not that prepared. Yeah, like I wrote language richness, accent neutrality, and all those things. But since anyway, Kuluma, I won't delve much into it. All I wanted to say, um, maybe you should reconsider your why. Why are you so obsessed with the American accent? Why are you robbing the students of the opportunities from different parts of the world to be exposed to different people that comes with different knowledge and different experiences and exposures just because of an accent? Maybe you should consider your standards. I don't know, because I believe that as a school leader, you need in everything that you do, uh, in your conscious and subconscious decision making, you need to be your decision need to be able to prepare the students for the real world. Like I visited this school here now, and I am looking at how our students are taught, and I'm like, the world is moving to the world of AI. Technology is evolving every day, but I feel like our students are not prepared for that. So what are we doing? because we need critical thinkers, we need problem solvers. But I feel like we are still stuck in the ways of 19 or 1980s, 50s, you know. Some teaching methodologies and standards worked for that time, but maybe it's high time that that is reconsidered. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.